I am now trying to think of questions you might be asking. Plans for the car? It's probably going to be one of them. I'm not sure. Everything about, like, the part of growing up with kind of a race car everything background is you want to modify everything just because you can modify it, but the part of growing up is saying, well, you've kind of done enough. You know, you like the car as it is. Anything else will either make it worse or is way out of your price range, which is unfortunately how it is. When it comes to modifications to this thing, I don't know. Part of me says get a wing on the back, because the back end does tend to be a bit squirmish, especially when it's on the limit, but that's the nature of the car. So a wing on the back might solve that, but on the other hand, what if it just pushes the front up instead? It might, obviously it's going to compress the rear, but all I can think of is, what if it's just compressing the springs? Obviously that's all it's going to be doing, so it's going to be pushing down on the springs when it's going at speed. So the front will lift up, won't it? And there's nothing at the front anyway, so turning in is going to be a massive issue, especially at speed, because it's just going to be skipping across the front. So there's that to consider. So with COVID and everything else happening around the world, track days are quickly selling out. So obviously you won't see a video of this on track for probably a few months at best. In the meantime, I will try, hang on a minute, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get these 15-inch wheels on. So with the front brakes as they are, these are as I bought them, you see, so they are drilled and grooved and all the kind of stuff that they have, and the stuff pads, they just need to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 15-inch wheels on those, as I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the previous segment actually, but I'll try and cover it out. I'm going to put 15-inch wheels on those with the big 4-pot wheels. 4-pot calipers are going to be sat about there-ish, and the wheels are going to be roughly that kind of diameter around that black line there. So I don't know if it's worth getting low-profile tyres or if it's just getting bigger tyres than the ones I've already got. I don't know really, but I'll show you when I've done that. It is true what they say, it's cheap man's lowest ultimately at the end of the day, and if you're aspiring to be a racing driver somewhat like myself and you're kind of wanting to learn how to go faster on the track, it is about bragging rights really. You want to go faster than your mates, don't you? So you need to learn how to drive properly. This is a good opportunity to do it because the weight is where it should be, and it's it kind of teaches you about throttle control and steering inputs and all sorts of different things. So the reason why I have a mid-engine car rather than a rear-wheel drive car or a front-wheel drive car is because it's more fun. You learn more stuff from doing it. It's more rewarding to be driving it harder, I suppose, because the risk is higher. As simple as that. A front-wheel drive car, the last car I had that was front-wheel drive, it had an LSD in it, and it had the same engine as this engine. It is good. It's good fun throwing it around Dawson Park, but you can get to a point where you feel like you're not going to go any faster because you kind of maxed out the car, if that makes any sense. The joy aspect of this, the whole purpose of owning the car, I suppose. I need to do track days, obviously, but with COVID happening, the ones that I've seen, especially the ones on MSV website, they're all sold out until the end of July anyway, which gives me a few months to do an extra bit of TLC to the car, like service it, gearbox oil, motorsport engine oil, brake fluid, all the rest, that kind of stuff, usual essential stuff you need to do for dry days. Whether or not I'll be going to Alton Park first remains to be seen. It's likely because it's a track I know best, so much like Takumi and his Akina or Haruna run, you do it repetition, and then the better you know the track, the more you'll notice the difference in your car setups. So the more you do it, the better it's going to be. So because I know Alton Park the best, it makes sense to go there if I'm going to be testing out new mods to a car. So okay, so quickly expanding on that using powers of voiceover. Three Sisters have got a track day coming up on the 8th of May and then one following, I believe, in June. Now, Three Sisters, for those who don't know, is a kart track, but it's fairly big. It kind of suits this car. It's a good opportunity for a stress test. the brakes can get up to temperature fairly quick, and we don't have a lot of opportunity to cool down. Same with the tyres, same with the driver sometimes, same with the engine, everything. So the likelihood is I will go there and pinpoint my weak points of a car and then fix them before I take them anywhere faster or more significant than that. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will speak to you whenever I next see you.